All right, so as you guys know, the news just broke. Let me read you guys the tweet. Okay? Dennis Schroder, free agent guard Dennis Schroder, who has averaged over 20 points a game and 7 assists and about a steal a night for the German basketball team in EuroBasket. And he is planning to sign a deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources tell Sham Charania of The Athletic and Stadium Schroder is set to return to Los Angeles. Now, if you guys do recall that Schroder has made the playoffs in 7 of his 9 NBA seasons, including the 2020-21 Lakers stint, and he brings additional guard depth and competitiveness. The 28-year-old has had an impressive semifinals run for Germany at EuroBasket, averaging 21.6 points and 7.3 assists. Now, if you look at the Los Angeles Lakers roster, I will read you off. You literally look at the Lakers roster right now. I think it's going to be fucking fantastic that Schroder's there, because at the very least, he's going to be the sixth man for this team. If not, he's going to be, maybe sometime starting. But Pat Bev, we're assuming at this point that Russell Westbrook will be traded before the season starts, but maybe he stays there and the point guard depth is even deeper. Scottie Pippen, Scottie P on a two-way, Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn. I don't know why I couldn't speak right there. Kendrick Nunn, Pat Bev, and Dennis Schroder. I don't know, man. I think it's just going to be a great piece. It being $1 million, $2.64 million is basically, they're paying him more than the minimum. And I really can't believe Dennis Schroder was able to not only get himself more than a minimum contract, but this is a prove-it year. And I think Dennis Schroder, if he can at least average 15 points a game, but people forget that this guy averaged 20 a night at one point. Dennis Schroder is a dog and a guy that people shouldn't be just carrying lightly. I don't know if you feel the same way about this, but I think, I think that as I wrap up this Dennis Schroder little spiel, I think the Lakers signing Dennis Schroder is just a move that helps raise the ceiling. Like I've said, if Dennis Schroder can average these 20 points again, if he's the starting point guard, which I don't think he will be, I think Pat Bev will. And even if they keep Pat Bev, Russell Westbrook, and Dennis Schroder, that is deep, okay? I think it's good. And he's going to go out into free agents next year and probably get himself another 2-year deal. And I think at this point, they got nothing to lose. And Dennis Schroder actually looked like he was playing competent defense. People forget that Dennis Schroder actually can play defense. Dennis Schroder is a guy that I believe we actually went over this, a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, a few days ago, talking about how Dennis Schroder for his career is a average defender, 109.6. Okay, this is a guy that in his best seasons has been a plus defender. Okay, in Atlanta, he basically for his whole time was a plus defender. In his year with Los Angeles the first time, a league average defender. Obviously, his worst defensive years was last year in Atlanta to his 2 years in Oklahoma City, but that was just more, I feel like, scheme. And I do believe that he is a baller and a guy that can really push the needle for them. And hopefully I'm not alone saying this or just being, awesome on tape.